Hello, so today we're going to be looking at passive speakers again, and we're going to be creating a working drawing from this. Now, working drawings are designed mostly they're used a lot by architects and product designers. We're going to be doing a very simple version of a working drawing which does relate quite a bit to your GCSE NEA. So you're going to go to Design over here. Once you've loaded your work, you're going to go to Drawing and select from Design. Okay, you'll notice now it's highlighted everything automatically. If your object is made out of 3 separate pieces, or let's say 2 separate pieces, you'll only be able to highlight one or the other, okay? Ideally though, it is all together. And just to prove it's all together, if you see where my mouse is, it says bodies, and I've just got body 1 there. If yours is made out of more than one piece, it will say body 1, body 2, body 3 to show it's made out of more than one piece, although hopefully it's all made out of one. Okay, if not, just select one piece and just work with that today. We're going to go over here now. You'll see here, sheet size. I'd like you to keep it on A3. You'll notice you get lots of different options there. Just keep it on as it is, which is just the A3 one. And again, the full assembly should be ticked as well. And then click OK. This will take a couple of minutes to load. It might be a bit quicker on my laptop than yours. It is quite a big software package, so it might take a little bit of time just to generate that. You'll see though it has now loaded. This is our blank A3 sheet of paper, and if I hover my mouse over, you'll notice that actually I've got my front view of my passive speaker. If you go to the right hand side, you'll see a scale, and you'll see it's a 1:2 scale. You could adjust that if you wanted to. Let's say I go 1:1. And you see it becomes much larger. I don't want to do that though. I'm going to keep it on 1:2, okay? If you go to, let's say, 1:4, just if you're wondering, it gets even smaller. So it depends on what you're working with. We're going to go with 1:2 because that's about the right sort of size we're after. You're just going to click over here and just click once, okay? That should set that in place, and then I'm just going to click OK over here, and that has now set that in place. We need to create a few more angles of this drawing, okay? So to do that, we're going to go to this drop-down menu over here, Drawing Views, and you're going to go to Projected Views. Okay, select the projected view, click here, and just let it drag down. It might be a bit clunky, this bit. I find it's a bit slower on my laptop. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to just hover my mouse over here. It will catch up. Just give it a moment. There you go. And you'll see it's also trying to create it from lots of different views here. If I was to hover my mouse above over here, for example, it might try and do a top view. It might try and do a side view. Just give it a moment. You might have to be a little bit patient with this software. And I'm just going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to just do one more here, which will be a 3D drawing, like so. I'm going to right hand click and click OK. Now it might look a little bit messy. You'll see here I've got all the inside contents going on there, and it might be a bit tricky for you to visualise. So you're going to play around with a few of the settings here. You're going to double click on here, and then you're going to go to Style, and I'd like you to go for either shaded or shaded with hidden edges. I'm going to go for shaded here. Again, it might be a little bit slow just to play catch up, but you'll see now that has now gone to one solid image there. So you actually get lots of different options to select here. I'm going to close that. I'm going to double click on this one to open this one, and I'm going to go visible edges. So that's going to simplify the image, and I'm actually going to do the same one over here and just go visible edges over here as well. If you're wondering, this last one that I haven't clicked on is actually visible with hidden edges, and the reason being is that this section here that my mouse is hovering over right now, that bit there is just an inside section, which is this hole that I've got down here. Alright, I'm just going to click close. Okay, so well done if you've got that far. The next thing is to add dimensions. I just want to click here on the dimensions tool, and you're just going to select some certain surfaces here just to show me your measurements. Now I know that you've not done yours necessarily to scale, that is fine. This is really more important, is just getting an understanding of laying out an orthographic drawing. Okay, I want to pay a lot of detail to see how I'm laying mine out right now, okay? It's not going to be a perfect system, but it is going to be quite an accurate way of measuring your work, alright? And you'll see that actually architects use this system quite a bit for their design work. Now you'll see that I've actually managed to measure the height of the longest speaker hole and the smallest speaker hole. I haven't done the distance between the two, so perhaps I would want to zoom in and just show that distance, and also the length from here to there. I've also got the height, I've got the width, okay? What I have not done though is I've not added, let's say, that speaker section in there, so I might just add that just to show the size of the hole, and I'm going to add just that little feature in there as well. You don't want to overwhelm the whole page with measurements, but you do want to get a good idea of the actual size of your project. Now don't worry if you've not got your measurements perfect. You'll see here mine says 113.9. That is fine. I just like you to really focus on being able to lay out this page correctly rather than the measurements at this stage. I'm going to get you to zoom in at this bottom corner here. You might find this, I found this a little bit clunky to work with, but it will do the job okay. Normally, designers, and particularly architects and interior designers, will fill out a working drawing page like this. We're going to fill out not all of this, but just sections of it. So if I go to, let's say, department, first of all I'm just going to right hand click here and click OK. You'll notice I was on dimensions before. Department now, I'm just going to double click on department, and I'm just going to write design. So I'll just put D and T just so it definitely fits in the box there. If you want to put design and tech, that's fine. Technical reference, let's call this passive speaker, and then created by, let's say, me, although I might just change that to Mr. P. Iverson, and then what I would then do is, let's say, put today's date, so the 21st of the 4th, and then let's say document type, we'll just call this an orthographic or a working drawing. Okay. And then the title, I'm going to do passive speaker. I've written here all tog, so I really meant by that all together, because originally this was going to be made out of 3 different files there. Okay. Now the next bit would be approved by, so for example, if I was to approve this, I would then go Mr. P. Iverson, so I'm approving my own model here, but it's probably good practice for whoever's marking this, so such as myself, to then just sign that off normally, and then there would also be document status and a few other features in there as well, and the date of issue as in the date it's signed off, okay? You're only going to fill in some of those, just the ones I've selected there. You're not approving it, that's for me to do, but you can fill in everything else. And I'd like you to click OK. Alright, that there is a completed working drawing. Now I used to do these by hand, okay? So this is a much quicker version. You'll see this is actually taken just under 8 minutes to complete. I used to do this by hand. It used to take about 2-3 hours to do. The last thing you need to do now is save this. You can do that by going File and Save. Okay, I would recommend you do that. And you'll also need to go to, let's say, Output. I like you to do an Output PDF for me. Okay, there's lots of other different outputs. We're going to go for Output PDF. Click Open, and I'm just going to click OK there, and it will want you to save that. I'm just going to save that to my computer. I'm just going to save it to the network for now, and I'm just going to say working drawing, sorry, we'll call it orthographic example, and I'm just going to click Save there. Okay. That's now saved my work. You can see it's loaded. That's what you're going to try and submit to me on Show My Homework. If you're having trouble saving that, just take a screenshot and then just send me the screenshot. Okay? Let's see what you can do. That there is a completed working drawing. I think you're all able to do it. If you're struggling, drop me a line and I'll do my best to help you out. Okay?